They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. But some pictures whisper secrets that history books never tell. Today, we'll uncover rare, powerful, and haunting old photographs that will change the way you see the past forever. Some will make you smile. Some will make your heart race. And some you might never forget. 1. The Floating City. New York, 1931. A foggy morning in Manhattan. The tops of skyscrapers pierce through the clouds, making the city look like it's floating in the sky. It's the calm before the Great Depression hit its peak. People below had no idea their lives were about to change forever. 2. The Last Samurai. 1870s, a Japanese warrior in full samurai armor. Not in the 1600s, but captured on camera in the late 19th century. It's proof that the age of the samurai lingered far longer than most imagine. 3. The Hidden Library, 1925, deep inside a Paris apartment, walls lined floor to ceiling with books. Untouched for decades. The owner vanished during World War I. The room was only rediscovered after his death. 4. The Smile Before Disaster, 1912, a photograph of the Titanic's crew, smiling proudly on deck. In less than a week, most of these men would be gone forever, swallowed by the icy Atlantic. 5. Children for Sale, 1948, a heartbreaking image from Chicago. A woman stands beside a sign reading for children for sale. Economic hardship forced families into unimaginable choices. 6. The Unbroken Soldier. 1916, a soldier sits in the trenches of World War I, his face caked in mud, his eyes vacant. And yet, there's a strange determination in his stare. 7. The Electric Future. 1900s women in long dresses ride the first electric escalator at Harrods in London. Some fainted from fear. It was unlike anything they'd ever seen. 8. The Unseen Side of War. 1943, two soldiers pause during battle. Not to fight, but to feed a tiny kitten hiding in the rubble. 9. The Man Who Walked Above Death. 1923. A daredevil walks a tightrope between two Chicago buildings, without a safety net. One wrong step, and the streets below would be his grave. 10. The Forgotten Wedding. 1904, a couple poses in wedding attire. Their expressions stiff. The photo was found decades later in the ruins of their abandoned home. 11. The Longest Wait. 1940. A woman stands at a train station with flowers in hand, waiting for her husband to return from war. Her eyes tell the story. She's not sure if he's alive. 12. The Unopened Letter. 1860s, an unopened envelope found in a soldier's coat pocket. Never delivered. Inside was a love confession and a proposal. 13. The School on Wheels, 1920s. In rural America, children studied in converted buses, traveling from town to town with their teacher. 14. The Prisoner's Last Smoke. 1930s, a condemned man takes a final drag from his cigarette. His eyes fixed on the horizon he'll never see again. 15. The Ghost Ship, 1910, a photo of the SS Bejimo. Found drifting in Arctic waters, abandoned yet fully intact. It remained adrift for decades, spotted again and again, but never recovered. 16. The Ice Cream Rebellion. 1947, New York children riot in the streets because ice cream prices went up by a penny. 17. The House That Time Forgot. 1950s, a perfectly preserved home found in Detroit. Food still on the table, radio still playing. The owners had simply vanished. 18. The Soldier and His Shadow. 1944, a war photographer captured a soldier standing tall. But in his shadow, you can see his hands trembling. 19. The Street of Masks. 1918, a U.S. street during the Spanish flu. Pandemic. Every face hidden behind a homemade mask. 20. The Photographer's Reflection. 1903, a portrait of a woman. But in the glint of her eye, you can see the tiny reflection of the photographer. 21. The Boy and the Zeppelin, 1930s. A child points to the sky as the Hindenburg passes overhead. In 3 years, it would be reduced to a burning wreck. 22. The Train to Nowhere, 1910. An entire steam locomotive sits abandoned in the middle of the desert, no tracks leading to it. 23. The Secret Meeting, 1942. A blurred photo of Churchill, Roosevelt, and Stalin, taken from a rooftop by a spy. 24. The Silent Protest, 1968. 2 Olympic athletes raise black-gloved fists during the medal ceremony, a gesture that echoed around the world. 25. The Man and the Mushroom Cloud. 1945, a soldier stares at the distant explosion in Hiroshima, unaware of the deadly radiation drifting toward him. 26. The Drowning City, Venice. 1940s tourists ride gondolas through flooded streets, not as a luxury, but because Venice was sinking. Locals carried furniture through waist-deep water, a reminder that even cities can drown. 27. The Doctor's Gas Mask. 1918, a chilling photo of a doctor treating patients during the Spanish flu, covered head to toe in a black mask and coat. To the sick, he looked more like death than a savior. 28. The Hidden Picasso. 1939, a rare image of Pablo Picasso painting by candlelight in his Paris studio during the German occupation. The Nazis hated his work, but he painted anyway. Defiance through art. 29. The Last Public Execution. 1939, crowds gather in France to watch the guillotine fall for the last time. Some cheer, others look away. A dark tradition ending before World War II began. 30. The Boy with the White Flag. 1945, a child in Berlin walks with a handkerchief tied to a stick, surrendering his city while the adults stayed hidden. 31. The Ghostly Horse. 1860s and eerie Civil War photos show soldiers posing proudly. But behind them, the faint blur of a horse appears, though none were there. Many believe it was an early double exposure. Others think differently. 32. The Miracle of Dunkirk. 1940, a photograph of hundreds of small fishing boats crossing the English Channel. They weren't tourists. They were rescuing soldiers, turning the tide of the war. 33. The Woman Who Wouldn't Move. 1955, a grainy bus photo shows Rosa Parks sitting quietly in her seat. That stillness would move the entire world. 34. The Lost City of Gold Miners. 1890s and old photos shows hundreds of prospectors climbing a snowy mountain, carrying everything they owned. Most never found gold. Many never came back. 35. The Day the World Shrank. 1969, the first photo of Earth taken from the moon. For the first time in history, humanity saw its home not as endless land, but as a fragile blue marble floating in the dark. And that brings us to the end of this journey through forgotten photographs. But remember, history isn't over. Every day, new moments are captured that future generations will look back on, just like these. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share it with friends who love history. And most importantly, subscribe to Neon Vibes for more incredible stories from the past. This is Neon Vibes, where history comes alive, one photo at a time. See you in the next video.